Hey everyone, welcome to today's video on Numpy Intermediate. We will dive deeper into some advanced features of Numpy, such as creating arrays with regularly spaced values, shape manipulation, copies and views, arrays, broadcasting, and more. By the end of this video, you will be more comfortable handling complex arrays in NumPy and ready to apply these concepts in your data science and machine learning projects. Let's get started. Let's start by learning how to create arrays with regularly spaced values. The two most commonly used functions are np.leanspace and np.arange. np.leanspace generates evenly spaced values over a specified range. You can control how many numbers to generate between two endpoints. np.leanspace 0, 10, 5. This will create 5 evenly spaced values from 0 to 10. The key difference here is that leanspace method is used when you know how many values you want in total, whereas arange method is for when you specify the step size. np.arange generates values within a given range with a specific step size. It is similar to Python's built-in range function, but returns a NumPy array. For example, here we have 1, 13, which is our range, and we use here dot reshape method, which generates 1 to 12, 3 cross 4 array. Next up, let's talk about shape manipulation. Arrays can be reshaped, stacked together, or even split into smaller pieces, which is helpful when working with large data sets. We have reshaping arrays. If you have a 1D array, you can reshape it into a 2D or a 3D array using reshape method. Stacking arrays. You can combine multiple arrays using np.hstack for horizontal stacking or np.vstack for vertical stacking. Let's go to spider window for better understanding. I have already entered the code so that the video will not be too long. So first of all, here is the example of first we talk about regularly spaced values. Here is the output. As you can see, remember that arange function or a range function will by default assume that starting point is 0. So if we write here 6, it will generate 0 to 5 array. But here we use reshape method so that it will generate 2 cross 3 array, 2 rows and 3 columns. Here we have two variables, array1 and array2, and a variable called stack has a np.hstack, which means horizontal, array1, array2. So it generates only one array, combined horizontal array. If we do here vstack, it will generate vertical stack 1, 2, and 3, 4. 2 cross 2. Here we have array variable np.arange 9.reshape 3, 3. Let's look the 3 cross 3 array 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. Now we split here by 3 parts. So it will generate 0, 1, 2 as a one array. Here it is second array and last third array. Let's move to copies and views. This concept is crucial when dealing with large data sets because it affects how changes are propagated. No copy. When slicing an array, Numpy doesn't create a new copy. Instead, it creates a view of the original array. Changes made to the view will affect the original data. Second is shallow copy, which is a view. If you want an independent copy of an array that shares the same data in memory, use the .view method. However, modifying one will still affect the other's data. Deep copy. If you want a completely independent array, use .copy method. Changes made to the new array won't affect the original array. Here we have example of no copy, which generates the output of this. Now let's look the shallow copy. In the output, y here is 100, so array view variable is assigned a copy, shallow copy of this array 1 colon 3, which means it is copy of only this 2 and 3. So the array view has 2 and 3, and at the 0 index we change the value to the 100, and if we print the array variable which is of this, so it reflects in the output 99, 100, 3, 4 and 5. At the last we have deep copy. Here is the array underscore copy variable which assigned a array.copy. A copy method of Numpy is very useful, which is this is create a deep copy. Now array underscore copy 0 index equal to 50, which means array underscore copy has a value of this, but we assign 0 index as a 50. So if we print original array, then it will reflect here 99, 100, 3, 4 and 5. But if we print array underscore copy, here is the difference. It will print the 50. So deep copy will not change the original copy. Structured arrays. Structured arrays allow you to store data of different types in one array, making them ideal for handling tabular data like a dataset of names, IDs, and scores. We have here array of 1, a string variable a, 2, b. We will define the D type, which means data type equal. This structured array stores integers, strings, and floating point numbers, letting you work with complex datasets easily. Functions and methods overview. NumPy offers a wide range of built-in functions that make operations easy and fast. Here are some commonly used ones. np.sum computes the sum of elements. np.mean calculates the mean or the average. We have mathematical operations like np.dot, which performs matrix multiplication or a dot product, and array manipulation methods. These functions are optimized for performance and are much faster than doing these operations in pure Python. Here we have another example of structured array. Data equal to np.array 1, Alice, 3.5, 2, Bob, 4.0. And after comma, we have given this D type equal to first element is ID, which is of I4 data type. Second element is a name, which is of U10 data type. Third element is of score, which is of F4 data type, which is nothing but the integer, string, and float. Here is the output of this code. We will discuss about some functions and methods of Python. This generates sum of this array. It generates mean or the average of this array. And here, dot product. It generates dot product of these two arrays. Lastly, let's discuss broadcasting. Broadcasting allows NumPy to work with arrays of different shapes during arithmetic operations. Arrays must be compatible from the rightmost dimension. Let's take an example where we add a 1D array to a 2D array. Here we have array 1 as a 1D array and array 2 as a 2D array. And we have a variable called result equal to array 1 plus array 2. Let's see the output. 3 cross 3 array plus 10. It will generate 1 plus 10 equal to 11, 2 plus 10 equal to 12, 3 plus 10, and so on. So here is the output. In this example, NumPy automatically stretches array 1 to match the shape of array 2, allowing us to perform the addition operation. This is incredibly useful when working with arrays of unequal dimensions. We covered how to create arrays with regularly spaced values, manipulate their shapes, copy data, use structured arrays, and handle broadcasting. These are essential tools for working efficiently with NumPy in data science and machine learning tasks. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with any questions you have. Thanks for watching.